Welcome. I am Eric Unfiltered. Here I discuss news, politics, and whatever else I find interesting, along with my very colorful, unfiltered commentary. If you would like to follow me on social media, I am on X at Eric Not Sorry, and on Truth or Facebook at Eric Unfiltered Podcast. I hope you enjoy. Now let's get on with the show. How's everyone doing today? I hope you are doing well. As for myself, per usual, I am caffeinated, medicated, and never regulated, so let's freaking go! I don't even know where to start. Like, legit. I don't even know where to start. Actually, I will start with this. There will probably be a lot of naughty language in this episode, more so than usual, because I'm kind of fucking pissed off. Oh, look at that. The first F-bomb already. Well, fuckity fuck, there you go. I turned on the news yesterday and today to see what is going on in Los Angeles. Once again, the city is on fire. Not because of wildfires, because we know that would have been they would have been snuffed out quickly, right? Yeah, no. But the city is on fire once again because of mostly peaceful protesters. No. Fuck off. Yes, the media and even the elites and whatnot on social media are saying mostly peaceful. Bro, fuck you and fuck off with that bullshit. Protesters don't set fires and loot and smash things, right? Those are rioters. Protesters stand around with a sign, maybe a couple of goofy chants, and that's it. That's it. Now, I don't have a problem if somebody's protesting, even if I don't like your message. If I think you're a complete fucking moron, hey, you know what? Rock on with your bad self and your stupid message. Because that's your right as an American. You have a right to protest, and you have a right to speak out. Absolutely. But when it turns into rioting, you lose all credibility. You lose your message. You lose support. Even if your message is just, you lose. You just lose. So people have been protesting, air quotes, protesting, the ICE involvement in what do they call them? Not raids, I guess, operations, what have you, of deporting illegals, which I 100% fucking support. Get the fuck out. Now, when the Trump administration took over, this was not a secret that this was going to happen. He was speaking about, tightening up the border and finishing the border wall and closing the border and so on and so forth, which is one of the messages of why he was once again elected as president. Now, you don't have to like the guy. I don't care. I don't give a shit. But neither does he. Yeah, surprise, surprise. He doesn't give a shit about what you think of him. I voted for this. And I'm not alone. I wanted illegals out of my fucking country. And when they first started with this mass deportations, they started, if you listen to Pam Bondi and some others, Tom Homan, I believe he's the border czar, and I hate that fucking title. Can we get rid of the communist fucking words in our government, please? Can we, please? Border czar. Get the fuck off with that. But yes, I like Tom Homan. And I like the crackdown on this. And they went, like I said, they were saying when they started, they were going to crack down on the worst go first. Rapists, murderers, drug traffickers, human traffickers, so on and so forth, right? Really bad fucking people. And was earlier this year, they busted some guy from, El Salvador or some shit. Again, gangbanger and this and that. He's a fucking loser, like Gilmar or Kilmar. Who gives a whatever. And Democrat officials were crying, legitimately, literally crying, because this piece of shit was deported. And they came to his defense. He was deported illegally. They went to El Salvador to check on his safety and well-being. That's not a joke, folks. Some politicians, Democrats, did that. For a guy who is accused of human trafficking, being involved in murder, yes, they care more about someone who is illegally in the country, who has allegedly committed some heinous fucking crimes. And they scream about due process. Now, when they say due process, they're making you think that they have to go in front of a jury of their peers. No, that's not the due process for someone who is in the country illegally. Due process is you get arrested, you get, I'm assuming fingerprinted and shit, and then you get a ticket back to where you fucking came. Not a jury. No. Don't get gaslit by that shit. But because politicians and the mainstream media, now, just a caveat, if you think you hate the media, you don't hate them enough. Just saying. But they have been pushing this anti-ICE crap and crying for illegals to stay, and they're just here for a better life. Okay. Even the rapists, the murderers, child rapists, okay. Yeah, just saying. If you love these people so much, why don't you allow them in your fucking town? Or how about you let them stay in your house? Yeah. Oh, wait, no, those people would be like, no, shut the fuck up. And then speaking of gaslighting, again, as I already stated, the media is like mostly peaceful protest. I mean, Kamala Harris posted some shit like that. Fucking Pocahontas there. Pocahontas was 1/10/24th or whatever the fuck she. Another Liz Warren. Yeah, that fucking snatch. Another one. Oh, peaceful protest. Shut up. Michelle Wu from fucking Massachusetts. Another fucking clown. And even LAPD put out a fucking memo on social media yesterday, and the comments are turned off because they don't want to hear it, because they were laughed out the fucking door. Mostly peaceful. Peaceful protests don't involve lighting cars on fire, throwing bricks at people, throwing rocks at people, throwing bricks and rocks and concrete and shit at vehicles. That's not mostly peaceful. Do you remember the Summer of Love a few years ago? Fiery but mostly peaceful? Shut the fuck up, you losers. You're all a bunch of cunts. Every fucking one of you. Trying to gaslight us like we don't have the internet? Really? This isn't the 1950s where there's like 2 TV channels on and 3 newspapers and nobody really has a clue what the fuck is going on. We have live stream videos. I mean, hello? We all see this shit. And the one thing that really frosts my ass, and I'm not alone on this, is why are these fucks waving foreign flags? Why? If you are so proud to be from somewhere else, fucking go there. Why are you here? Now, look, I don't have a problem with people being in the United States who immigrated from a different country. Okay, fine, fair enough. Did you, as long as you did it legally. But I don't have a problem with that. I don't care if you're from Mexico or Portugal or Spain, Russia. I don't give a shit. But if you're going to wave the flag of that country, why the fuck are you here? I don't have a problem with someone being proud of their heritage. My grandparents immigrated to the United States, but they never once, not once, flew the flag of the country they did not live in anymore. And sure, I'm proud of my heritage, but I'm an American. I was born here, and if I ever moved to a different country, they would never see the American flag flying on my porch, simply out of respect for the country and the people I am living with in the country I'm living in. Now, if they came inside of my home, yes, they would see an American flag up on a wall somewhere, but it wouldn't be flying outside because I find that terribly fucking disrespectful. Also, if I move to a country that doesn't speak English, I guess I would have to get my fucking learn on because I would not expect that government to bend the knee for me. Because who the fuck am I? Right? So why do people come to America or perhaps born here and they're waving a foreign flag? Again, I don't care if they are proud of their Polish ancestry or their Norwegian ancestry. Fine. Fine, that's cool, man. I don't care. But you're in America, so having some pride in your ancestry, that's great. But you live here now. So put that fucking shit away or move there or move back. There are people right now, no surprise, it is Los Angeles after all, riding around on dirt bikes and running up and down the street with Mexican flags. Well, if you're so proud to be Mexican, why the fuck are you here? You are free to leave, bitch. Pack your shit and start walking. Get in your car, start driving. And if I'm not misunderstood, I believe, don't quote me on this, but airplanes, they leave from airports daily. So book your flight and get the fuck out. Why are you here? Why are you burning the American flag? I understand that is protected under the First Amendment, which I think is complete fucking bullshit, personally, but okay, fine. But you hate America so much, why are you here? America is racist. Then why are you here? Why are you staying? If you don't feel safe here and you feel oppressed, fucking leave. Go. I implore you, pack your shit, get the fuck out. Now, when these deportations started, as I stated earlier on, the whole focus of the federal government was to crack down on the worst goes first. Right now, after the shit I have seen in L.A., I don't give a fuck anymore. Get them all out. I don't give a shit. Get them. Get them the fuck out. I don't care if they have a criminal past. I don't care if they have been violent. I don't care anymore. I do not give a shit. Pack your shit. Get the fuck out. Get them the fuck out of my country. It's not just my country, but get it out. Get them out of our country. And the people, air quotes, in charge, where are you? Where are you, Gavin Newsom? Where are you? Oh, that's right. You're pro-illegals. Got it. Mayor Bass, mayor of L.A., where are you? Oh, wait, that's right. You're pro-illegals. And they're blaming Donald Trump. They are blaming the president for the riots. Oh, sorry. The mostly peaceful protests. Everybody knew this shit was coming. Everybody knew this on the campaign trail. Everybody knew this shit was coming. And then when he got elected, everybody knew this shit was coming. And you continue to keep going, doing the same old same. Protecting illegals, giving them IDs, giving them benefits, giving them access to welfare, giving them medical treatment for free and free college. Yes, this exists. Maybe not necessarily in California or LA, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me. But across the country, this does happen. And then they start screaming and crying when, adults take over and say, sorry, kids, you fucked this up long enough. You gotta go. This shit's done. We're over with. Governor Newsom of California has aspirations to be president one day. This motherfucker couldn't run a state, and he wants to be president? Fuck you, you greasy-haired fuck. That hairstyle went out in the 90s, bro. What are you doing? You look like the Christian Bale from the movie American Psycho. Get out of here, you fucking loser. And then Mayor Bass, another fucking DEI hire. Didn't these morons get ran through the ringer hard enough when they allowed LA to burn because they had no idea where to get water from? Right? Oh, wait, that's right. How quickly we forget. But this is no surprise. California has been a sanctuary state and a bastion for illegals forever. And they're not alone. They're not alone. New York, Several towns in Connecticut. Hell, Connecticut's a sanctuary state. No wonder why our tiny little fucking state is such a shithole, because it's ran by retards that care more about people that don't fucking belong here than you and me. Shocker. And they'll win elections again because retards. Now I ask, why? Why has it, or is it, or did it take so long for law enforcement in LA to start cracking down on this? Well, at the same time, I have another question, which I honestly don't know the answer to, but how many law enforcement officers are there? What, a few hundred? Maybe, what, a couple thousand? Again, I'm not being facetious. I'm not being jokey. I don't know. But I also don't expect the amount of law enforcement officers in LA that are available to be able to stop all of these people, because they're severely outnumbered. They really are. And people are crying. They got shot with pepper balls. Then why are you there? Why are you there? If you were sitting at home, jerking off and playing video games, you wouldn't have been shot with a pepper ball. Just saying. If maybe you were at work. Do you have a job? Do you? I don't care what it is. Do you have one? If you were at work, you wouldn't have been shot with a pepper ball. Just saying. At these mostly peaceful, fiery protests. And I understand that there are people out there that disagree with me and others on immigration. Everybody has a right to be here. Look, I completely fucking disagree with you. But you are entitled to have your opinion. That is fine. And I don't have a problem if you want to protest, marching up and down a sidewalk with a sign, saying ICE is wrong or this is okay, fine. Again, I think you're an idiot, but you are free and entitled to have your opinion. That's okay. But when you start blocking traffic, once again, you start jumping on people's cars. Once again, you start lighting fires. Again, burning police cars, smashing windows. Oh, of course, looting, because nothing says I'm on the right side like stealing shit. And then, of course, the Mexican flag was not the only flag I saw. I saw some Palestinian flags, because nothing screams you're on the right side than waving a Palestinian flag in front of a burning car and a pile of burning American flags. Yes, nothing says you're a wonderful individual like doing shit like that. No. Fuck you. There's so many things I want to say, but they're not. No, I don't need to be investigated. So, but just fuck you. Just fuck you hard in the ass with a cactus, because you're clearly a big giant pile of shit, and I hate you. I don't want negative, violent things to happen to you, but just rest assured, I fucking hate you. If that's what you're doing, I hate you. And I'm sure you hate me. And guess what? I sleep just fine, baby. I sleep just fine. Well, Eric, what would you know about... Shut up. If this is your first time listening, I'm going to educate you, and thank you for tuning in. If you have been listening to me for a while, you've heard this story before, so I apologize for repeating myself once again. My family, as I stated earlier on in this episode, emigrated here from a different country a long time ago. My grandfather had to come here after he had a job, a place to live, inoculations, a background check, a sponsor, and proof of all of it. And then he was allowed to come here and reside where he stated where he was residing, and worked at the job that he had been given, the opportunity he was given. He waited over a year before he could see his family, his wife and his children. He did not see them for over a year until all of their visas cleared and they had their background check, inoculations, and so on and so forth, jumping through the hoops, as a good person does, following the laws of the country they wish to reside in. And then they came here and move to the United States, where they still live here legally because they appreciate and value the rule of law, and they respect the rule of law in America. But there is a lot of people that fucking don't. And all of them need to fucking go. Like, I saw recently a video where ICE agents showed up to like a construction site and literally everybody scattered like roaches. Why is that company still in business is my question. Why is the business owner arrested? If not, why not? Anybody that employs an illegal doesn't your company should be shut down and you should be in prison. You're a piece of shit. You're just a piece of shit. Well, Eric, you're a piece of shit. I have been called a lot worse by people that matter to me way more than you, so I don't care. I don't care what your opinion of me is. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Here in America, you have the right to say whatever you want. You can hate the president, and you can say almost anything you want, not, violent threats and stuff. No, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. But you can go on social media, or you can stand in public and say, I hate the president. Fuck that guy. You have every right to do that. Go do that somewhere else. See what happens. You'll be begging for death in some countries because you're not allowed to speak out against your government like that in other locations. Hell, there were celebrities, shocker, that threatened to leave the country if President Trump was elected. Or that was in 2016. I think Cher said she was going to leave the country. Actually, if I remember correctly, didn't Cher say that if President Trump was elected in 2016 that she was going to go to Jupiter? Have you given Elon a call and find out what rocket booster you're taking there yet, Cher? No? Sit down, you stupid clown. You fucking has-been. And recently, Rosie O'Donnell, that fat fucking pig, she left America. Hey, you know what? I'll give her kudos. She said she was going to leave, and she did. But now she wants to come back because it's hard. Living outside of the United States is difficult, y'all. Don't care. Stay there. We don't want you back. We're fucking closed. Ellen and that fucking narcissistic cunt, she left America too. I'll give her kudos because she said if Trump was reelected, she would leave. Okay, good. You stood by your word. Great. Now she's also, it's hard not living here. It's hard. Shut up. Don't care. Fuck off. You left. Stay there. Eat a dick. Or, we know. I mean, there was a time, not just recently, I think I talked about this topic of deportations and whatnot, and I believe at the time I said, yes, get the worst of the worst out of here, and then maybe the people that have been here for a while that are, good behavior, never been arrested, no DUIs, nothing of that, maybe we could work with them somehow. After seeing what's going on in L.A., nah, fuck them. Nope, don't care. Get on the bus, get the fuck out. I don't care anymore. I don't give a shit. I don't care. These bad apples ruined it for all of you. My opinion has completely changed. I don't care how long you've been in America. I don't know why. I don't care why you're here illegally, whether you had a visa and it's expired. I don't care anymore. Get out. You don't belong here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We wouldn't need this real ID bullshit if our government and officials and mayors and governors were doing their fucking job. We wouldn't need this crap. We wouldn't need the bullshit that we all have to fucking deal with. We wouldn't have the bullshit we're dealing with if our government, state, and local officials did their fucking jobs. But now we see what happens when you let a commie take over a state like California and run it into the ground. The fucking state's practically bankrupt. And then you see what happens when lawlessness is allowed to happen. Which focus on that word I just said, allowed to happen. Because I know a few minutes ago I asked the question of where's law enforcement? Why did it take so long for them to, get in and try to crack down on this? Well, Who was there a stand down order given? I'm asking the question because I don't know. We do know that in the Summer of Love riots a few years ago, that's exactly what happened. The guy who wanted to be vice president, Tim Walz, yeah, he allowed his city to burn. Minneapolis burned, right? You remember all the fiery but mostly peaceful protests there? Yeah. Yeah, and his wife gave some really weird, awkward answers in an interview talking about those days. How she was sitting with her window open and the smells. Yeah, yeah, must be nice sitting in your ivory tower, bitch. Must be nice. I feel bad for everybody else, that doesn't. They have to live with this crap every day. I do feel bad for some of the people that live in LA that have to deal with this shit. But at the same time, who did you vote for? Yeah. Who did you continue voting for? Well, you voted for this. Now you have it. You get the government you deserve. I also question, where did all of these bricks come from? Where did all of the concrete blocks come from? Were they just there? Are these people raiding construction sites? I mean, there's a conspiracy theory that, some group had them bust in and trucked in. And I remember hearing that conspiracy back during the Summer of Love riots. And again, I don't know. I don't have any concrete evidence sitting in front of me stating that that is true, that did happen. I don't know, but I do question, where did all of this stuff come from? Curious. Very curious. But we do know that LAPD, was it their chief of police or something? I don't know. I don't care. He's not important. He did a speech that they would not be helping and assisting ICE or any other federal agency to round up criminals. Well, what are you doing then? Because isn't that kind of like your oath to serve, protect and serve, and to keep law and order? Oh wait, that's right. Because yeah, clearly this guy is a fucking activist, just like all the people above him. Gavin Newsom is an activist. Mayor Bass is an activist, and in my opinion, they are allowing this to happen. They're crying over the National Guard coming in. And there's rumors that some Marines may be sent in. Well, that's when shit gets really real, because Marines don't fuck around. You throw a rock at one of them, oh boy, things are going to get bad really fast. Like, to a level where I don't want it to go, even if I don't want it to go there, folks. I don't. I do not like any of the violence. I don't. But if they have to send in the Marines, oh boy, shit's about to get fucking real. But these people are crying about sending in the National Guard. Really? Well, clearly they need some fucking help. Because either there is not enough law enforcement to crack down on this shit, or they're being told not to crack down on this. Just so these Democrats can use it as bad optics against the administration. These people hate Trump. Okay, fine. They don't have to like him. They don't have to like him. They don't have to like his administration. They don't have to like his policies. Fine. However, what are you doing allowing your cities to burn? What are you doing? Why are you allowing the people that just want to live their fucking lives having to deal with this? And here's another question. Where are the tree huggers? I mean, these people are letting cars on fire. Big plumes of smoke. Cars all up and down streets, all on fire. People are lighting tires on fire. I've seen people lighting brush on fire. Gee, so if another wildfire starts, interesting. But where are the tree huggers? Where are the earthy people that like, Mother Earth, we love you? Where are they? Where are you? I mean, they're lighting cars on fire. Isn't that bad for the environment? That black smoke and all that shit, that can't be good, right? Where are you? Hello? Anybody there? Where's Greta Thunberg? The media's little fucking darling. Oh, wait, that's right. That little cunt already gave up on the global climate bullshit, and now she's, like, chanting for a fucking terrorist organization. Fuck that bitch. If you are an illegal, get out. If you support illegals, go with them. We will not be friends. I will never like you. Ever. If you support this shit, we won't be good. We won't be friends. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I have friends, not many, but they are dear to me, and they know where I stand. And yeah, they're not stupid like you. They don't support this shit either, because most of them have relatives that came here from a foreign land. They came here legally. They jumped through the hoops to do it all legally, and yeah. So anybody that is here illegally, or if you support illegals being here, you're shitting on my ancestors and the ancestors of my friends and the ancestors of tens of millions of Americans who came to this country for a better life, who did it the proper way. You're shitting on them. You're laughing at them, and you are mocking them. You are calling them, essentially, morons for doing it the right and legal way. If you support these people, let me ask you a question. Do you lock your car doors? Why? If you do, why? Do you lock the doors on your house? Why? Why would you do that? Aren't you in favor of open borders and just letting people in? Then why would you lock your house doors? Why would you want to keep people out, you bigot? Perhaps somebody that's less fortunate than you needs your television so they can sell it for money to feed their children. You're taking food out of their children's mouths, you fucking piece of shit. Obviously, I'm being facetious and I'm joking, but that is that's a legit question now. If you're for open borders and you love all of these border jumpers being here, why do you lock your fucking doors when you're not at home? Why do you lock your doors at night? I'm waiting. I do have sympathies for some individuals out there that fled from oppression, like legit oppression. I do. But with the actions of American politicians supporting this, and the actions of the people doing this shit, and the people allowing this crap to go on, I don't have any fucks left to give. I don't. Get out. You don't belong here. Get in line, and if you're a good person, which I will assume many people are, then get in line, wait your turn, and then you can come back. Until then, bye-bye. Bye-bye. So in my opinion, I believe that the officials in L.A., and, the governor, the mayor, and so on and so forth, are allowing the violence to continue because they hate the president. In my opinion, that's it. That's the only reason why they're doing it. They want the situation to get bad and out of hand. They want, honestly, in my opinion, they want people to die. Like, legitimately, they want people to die. Eric, you're just a conspiracy theorist. Perhaps I am. But then why are they not cracking down on this crap and making law and order back in place? Why are they not doing that? Perhaps it's manpower. Okay, fair enough. Then you ask for the National Guard. Yes, you say, yes, we need the help. But they're crying about the help coming in to help. So that just leads me to believe that they want this to happen. They want chaos. They want violence, so they can just turn around and point the finger and go, it's all Trump's fault. No, you are in charge. You have allowed this to happen. You allowed this problem to get so far out of hand, and now when the bubble bursts, you're not doing anything about it. You're letting it happen. Because, in my opinion, they hate you. They hate you. You, the American. It doesn't matter who you vote for or what political party you're affiliated with. They hate you. End of story. They hate you. They want your city to burn. They want violence to ensue just to make political points. And that is beyond grotesque. That is disgusting. That's abhorrent. I don't even know the definition of that. I just know that word fits. This is gross negligence and dereliction of duty for the governor and the mayor and the police chief and anybody that's involved in not cracking down on the violence and shit. Yeah, it's borderline treasonous in my opinion. Or is it insurrectionist? Hell, now we have the fucking cunt president in Mexico. Yeah, I told you I was going to be nasty in this one. And if you don't like the words, then sorry, not sorry. I'm an adult. I'm unfiltered. Fuck it. But this fucking bitch in Mexico, this fucking wannabe president, she is talking about how in America there should be more protests. Oh, really? Interesting. I wonder what she would say if our president said that the cartels should get more violent. I wonder how she would react to that. Because that's essentially what she's saying. And I have seen on these videos, and you can see them for yourselves, all of these people waving non-American flags. So I ask again, why are you here? If you're proud to be a Mexican, that's cool, bro. I ain't throwing shade. But why are you here then, if you're so proud to be from Mexico? If I go over to your house and you got the Mexican flag in your living room, cool, bro. Fair enough. But if you're running up and down the street with a Mexican flag and you're burning American flags, why are you here? You obviously hate America, so get out then. You're free to leave. You're just go. Bye-bye. Pack your things and go to where you're so fucking proud to be from. And I'm not just singling out Mexico. If you're wherever, I don't care. Egypt, Madagascar, Pango, I don't give a shit where you're so proud to hail from. Then go there. Why are you here? If you feel unwelcome here, it's probably because you are. Get out then. Go to where you are so proud to be from. I am really tired of seeing my country, our country, get torn apart because people in power, air quotes, power, aren't doing their jobs to keep law and order and so on and so forth. They're not doing their jobs. And it's sad seeing our country go down this path. It's sad. It's scary. There are people once again, on both sides of the political aisle, talking about a civil war. I have talked about this before. You do not want that. People, when your power goes out and it's hot out, do you freak out because the AC is off and your internet is down and you can't charge your phone? Oh, wow. You freak out when the power goes out for a few hours or even a day, right? Okay, well, a civil war, you won't have to worry about any of that because power will be gone for months, if not years, depending on how long things progress. If you don't like violence, well, buckle up, Buttercup, because I have not watched the series, but I heard The Walking Dead is quite popular, or was. That's essentially kind of what you would be dealing with. Not necessarily the zombie part, but you will be dealing with roving bands of people that are looking for food and water. And guess what? Violence will be coming. And it's not a matter of if, it would be a matter of when. Because people become barbaric when they're trying to eat and drink and stay alive and feed their children. And I know there's some people out there going, well, I got guns and ammo. Well, you're not alone. You're not alone on that. And so will be the people that coming to take your shit. They will also have guns and machetes and chainsaws and the such. So, yeah, for the people that are talking about civil war, shut up, please. Sit down, take a breath. Hell, have a drink. Have some mushrooms, something. You need to calm down. You do not want that. But we want these people out of our country, I agree. But you don't want a civil war, so stop. Stop that shit. Stop it. You don't want this. You don't want that, okay? Because if you don't know where you're going to get clean water from, you're not ready. Okay? You're not ready. You're just not. No, you're fucking clueless when it comes to this shit. You do not want this. So I think my biggest point at the end of this, and I will close out with this, is elections have consequences, folks. Elections have consequences. Be informed. Don't just get your information from Fox News or CNN, MSNBC, or wherever. No, do some other research. There are plenty of AI search engines out there. Do your research. When somebody is running for public office, especially in your town or your state, do your research. Have they been in office before? If yes, what bills have they voted for and against? And if it was something they voted against that you were in favor for, don't immediately throw them aside. Find out why or what was in that bill that gave them pause. Perhaps they are a piece of crap. Or perhaps you'll learn why they said no on a certain bill, and you'll go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not in favor of that either. Elections have consequences, folks. If you are anti-illegals, stop voting for people that want to give them more benefits. Stop with that shit. Knock it off. Elections have consequences. Hell, today, I'm actually recording this today on June 9th. And I wanted to get it up soon because, as I posted on social media, there is a group, I'm not going to say their name because fuck them. They are planning on doing a protest today in Hartford. I want to say at 1 o'clock. I can't remember. I don't know if it's some federal building. I don't remember. Again, the detail, I don't care because I don't want to tell people where to go. But they are planning on a protest today in Hartford. I certainly hope that their protest doesn't turn mostly peaceful. Just saying. And I also posted this morning, and I just want to clarify this because I know that some asshole out there will see it and misconstrue it. Let me just say this. I did post this morning, buy more ammo, stock up on water, buy more ammo, stock up on food, and buy more ammo. Now, I am not saying, I did not post that for, the means or the reason of trying to incite violence. Nope. That could not be farther from the truth. So do not misconstrue my post. What I meant about that was what I said a few minutes ago. If civil war or civil strife breaks out, where are you getting your water and where are you getting your food? And you will need ammo because bad people will be willing to do really bad shit. Not that I'm saying that's going to happen, but it has happened. So, yeah. And again, I am an anti-violent person. I try not to, I don't want to be violent. I don't want to do that. I don't like violence. No, violence is bad. Violence is bad. But the stocking up on ammo is good for hunting, okay? And self-defense. And when it comes to these morons protesting in Hartford today, do not go there to get violent with them or against them. Do not do that shit. As the famous line from Star Wars, it's a trap. If you go there and you do that, that's what they're looking for. If they go and they are genuinely peaceful, they have the right to air their grievances. But if they become mostly peaceful, you still don't want to get violent. Just saying. Don't be the aggressor. It's not a good look for anybody, and violence is bad. But when I made that post, like I said, I want to clarify it. I meant, be aware, protect yourself, and stay vigilant. So I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I have gone on for, holy crap, almost 45 fucking minutes. Wow. Sorry about that. Hope you liked the episode. And if you did, please give it a like, share, follow, all that internet stuff. And until next time, keep being you.